We are the Nerd Eternal Network.
Hello, and welcome to Powers on Payroll here on the Nerd Eternal Network. I'll be your GM for the day, Jason, and with me as usual will be Marigold as the Boogeyman,
Thank you for joining us.
Curtis as the Influencer,
Hola.
Mike as Whippet,
Hey.
and Taylor as Skater Boy.
Howdy, howdy.
Now, due to technical issues, we missed the last session. So, from a month ago, who remembers where we left off?
Got a cool teleporting pad.
There was a teleporting pad involved, I think. We raided a one of the locations, an American location in the city of the company ran by that one Russian guy we talked to on a big video stop, who had presumably hired Skyscraper and Gothic to kidnap that one professor guy who was in negotiations with Mr. Manhattan and his civilian guy. And a whole bunch of people got arrested by Spear. There was a teleporter pad that was key to go somewhere in, I want to say, Siberia.
No, it was.
Stop turning on.
Let's see. I know I wrote down where it went. Alright, hang on. I could find it on a map, but I forget what his name is.
Did you? Was it Kaliningrad?
Yes, Kaliningrad, that was it.
Cool.
This little enclave of Russia surrounded by, the rest of Europe.
Mm-hmm.
That is where Dmitry Volkov and his, where he lives and where his company is based, Volkov Industrial Tech. It was Dr. Sigri Rostova that y'all were rescuing / guarding. And among the people arrested was Mikhail Popov, who's like a vice president or whatever, claims that he was sent to the U.S. to clean up that department. And that, any criminal activities or malfeasance was probably started by his predecessor, and, he's just unfortunately been swept up into it.
Fakes were made.
Right. Hey, a raid started, he panicked and tried to get away when he should have just stood there and talked it out, but, this isn't his country. He was a little, he was scared. That was basically his excuse. Even though his name matches up with the hints that you had of who hired Nosferatet and Honoree even further back. The previous time that your base was attacked.
Right.
So yes, we wrapped up with y'all headed back home. May have even I think maybe you got home and had a the debriefing with Offerman. I can't remember. Multiple things have gone on for y'all in this same day, so
It was a busy day.
Okay,
and it's not over yet. So it is, I believe, late afternoon as y'all were headed back.
There's no cheese on. Don't worry.
And the flyers touched down. You've gotten out. You're going in. You make a little report to Offerman.
What about you?
And he suggests that you take the rest of the basically take the rest of the day off because it has been something of a day. But before you can even get to your rooms, you hear. Oh, am I forgetting her name already? You hear Carol come over the comms. Guys, I hate to do this to you. We've got a report of metahuman combat. Over in an industrial section.
Do we have an idea on any of the people involved?
Armor-suited people are involved, as well as it looks like Earth Mother from the reports. Lots of reports of flying rocks and ground opening up and stuff.
That would make sense for Earth Mother.
Yeah.
These armored suited characters wouldn't happen to be the Majestic, would they?
She's like, reports are unclear. Right now, I'm just getting panic 911 calls, that sort of thing, and saying it was people in armor.
All right.
Possibility somebody is streaming this fight, like from hiding around the corner and just got it up on Twitch or YouTube.
She hasn't found anything like that yet. So now that you mention it, she'll do some searches on Twitch and Kick and any other streaming sites you can think of.
Yeah.
It's on TikTok.
So y'all turn around, y'all trudge back up. You see Daniel's already loaded. Your pilot Daniel Dobbs is already loaded up in the flyer. As y'all climb in, he's like, I didn't even manage to get my coffee.
I'm sorry, Captain Dobbs.
Maybe y'all need to hire like a B team.
Maybe?
Maybe you should install a coffee holder by the cockpit.
Yeah, it's against some regulations, but if I made it removable, just pop it in when I need it. And he says all this while going through his checks.
Like set up like a again here. Do like a little keep it stable. Nothing sloshes whenever things are brewing.
He's like, maybe if we got a stewardess, she could keep the coffee stuff in the back and just bring me coffee.
What of those tumblers with the lids on it,
Well, also, like, you're always, like, landing on the roof. We can just, like, install a little coffee station, like, on top of the building.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you can afford a vertical takeoff and landing electric flyer. Surely Mr. Coffee won't be too much trouble.
I like this idea. We land. There's, people waiting with hot coffee for the pilot and the returning heroes.
Well, once again, doesn't have to, like, actually have anyone there, just like a station.
Yeah.
As long as it's a Keurig, that's the only way I can make coffee.
All right. So as you approach, you're approaching a some sort of refinery. I think that would be the right term for it. Whatever the places are that deal with like molten steel and stuff. Forge, I know, isn't the right term.
Mm-hmm.
You've all seen, I'm sure, Terminator 2, so just think about the end of that. And outside, you see damaged sections in the parking lot. There's big stones sitting on top of one car. A wall into the building has been smashed in on the front. You're not seeing anybody outside, though.
Out of character, I'm saying some heroes get in trouble for doing this, or some Earth Control heroes get in trouble for doing things like this.
No, her damage is very controlled. It's a very small area. It's not entire buildings or entire cities. So the flyer comes in low and drops y'all off at the front of the facility. And then he moves the flyer over, a little distance away. For the moment, he's going to keep it in the air, sort of patrolling, flying around the neighborhood so he can come in quickly. If it winds out, if y'all's work here winds up being protracted, then he'll have to land somewhere. All right, so y'all are standing outside the facility. You can hear the sounds of fighting coming from inside.
Should we knock?
So we head on in. Is there a way to get a quick way on the outside to get up to like a floor higher, so we're not just going in on the ground floor?
As you were flying in, you didn't see any skylights in this one.
Mm-hmm.
There are some small windows higher up to let some light in. You could potentially go up through there. Now, the way these things are set up, the main central area where they've got the big machinery and stuff is probably not going to be multiple stories. I mean, it's multiple stories tall, but it's probably not going to have like multiple floors. It's going to be one big wide open space. Because of the size of the machinery involved.
Yeah.
From the looks of the building on the outside, it's mostly that with what is probably some like office space and maybe cafeteria or something like that, kind of along the outside. So you're not sure there really is a second floor, though there might be some catwalks up higher if you went into one of those higher up windows. Hopefully, I wasn't too confusing there.
I think I got your meaning. Yeah.
But you've got a handful of doors at the front of the building, and this smashed-in area where you can just walk into what looks like some kind of conference room.
Might as well just go straight in.
Okay, so like I said, you walk in, it's a conference room. Or maybe this is where they stick the accountants or something. Long table, multiple computers, up and down. At four on a side, a little divider in between them all. Dividing one side from the other. The sounds of fighting are getting louder. Sounds like it's coming from through here into what you assume would be the main area. Give me awareness rolls, please.
Not a problem.
All right, difficulty is a 7.
I have finally passed an awareness check.
It had to happen eventually.
I did too. Wow. I wasted a natural 6 on an awareness roll.
Hey, sometimes awareness is very important. I mean, probably not this time, but sometimes. All right, so Skater Boy, Whippet, and Skater Boy. You hear just crashing sounds, metal on metal, stone on metal. In addition to that, Influencer, you're pretty sure you make out what sounds like some energy blast, some sort of energy weaponry being fired off. And Boogeyman, you believe that you hear a female voice. You can just make a female voice out shouting insults to somebody. As well as something coming to my town, something,
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of other noise, but you're making out, between the crashings and the pew pews, you're making out some talking. All right, so what are you going to do?
So on this map, is that a window in front of us?
Oh, yes, I believe it is.
So do we have a clearer view into this section?
Just 1 second, and I will.
Map north.
Let's see. So your view is blocked to some degree by some of the larger equipment. Let's see, you should be able to see most of that, though. And most of that. All right. So, yeah. Looking straight north, you can see some rubble that doesn't belong there. As well as some damage over here.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it looks like big rocks have been ripped up and chunked. Some of it looks like the earth has just sort of boiled up, or been stirred up, right in that spot.
Mm-hmm.
And from further back, you're seeing the occasional flash of light, matching up with the sound of energy weapon discharge.
Yeah, I'm happy to just run in there and help as much as possible for Earth Mother. What do you guys think?
Yep, just immediate backup.
All right. We just crack the door open on the right corner and head on in.
Yeah, it opens up just fine. It's not locked or anything. All right, so everybody go ahead and give me coordination rolls for initiative. All right, so that's Skater Boy on an 8. Boogie on a 10. Influencer on a 5. And Whippet on an 11. Very impressive. All right, so top of the order is Whippet. You may be muted, Mike.
Sorry. So we're seeing armored units versus Earth Mother.
Beg your pardon?
So we're seeing armored units versus Earth Mother.
You haven't really seen her because the some of the big factory pieces or equipment are in the way. But the sound is coming from further back here, and the flat, you are seeing flashes of light from some of the energy discharge. And once the
Just to make
door's
sure
open, y'all
my-
step out, y'all can hear her. You can hear her shouting at people, so you know about where she's at.
But just to make sure, Mike, you
So
are looking at the battle map, correct?
Do what now?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
I'm just I'm just repositioning so I can see where is the fight's happening to our left, right? Or is it above?
Above. The fight's
Oh,
coming
I
from
think I see it.
above and maybe ever so
Yeah.
slightly to the left.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see it now. I see it now. Okay. Well, let me I'm going to where are the entrances here?
There's a doorway there.
Are there any doors on that side of the wall? Okay, that's one right
There's
there.
one
Okay.
here.
Where was the second one?
There's one over to the left side of you here.
Oh, I see. But the one forward is where we're hearing the noises
Correct.
from.
It's going out into the main factory floor of the.
Okay. I'll
They're
kick in
fine.
that door to the right and be ready to whip the first armored unit I see. I'm going to assume that Earth Mother is fighting them and Earth Mother is on our side.
All right, Taylor. I'm going to go ahead and roll you back to just at the door,
Oh, sure.
just for the initiative.
Oh, that was you.
Uh,
That is you. Whoops, sorry.
oh, did you move him by mistake? That's the problem with matching uniforms. It's a little
Oh,
harder to pick out the
No,
tokens.
no, I moved in front of the door after I'd said that we're just gonna go through the door.
Okay, so Whippet is walking out here. So that's like one area or whatever.
Yeah. That's
Let's
right.
see. From there. You'd probably be able to see this. So you get your first view of some of the armored people.
Ah, all right. I'm gonna come around the left side of that centerpiece there, and just get into whipping range.
All right. So you're aiming for probably hereabouts.
Well,
you should be able to move your token. You can go ahead and just put it
okay.
where you're thinking about.
Yeah, I was planning heading up this way. If I am at least, I should be able to at least see that there is a passageway over here, right?
Oh yeah. It's
Okay.
right there. You probably could at least that up. All right. So now you use Earth Mother is in sight. You see where there's debris around where she's been using her powers, and there is some molten metal. This container here that holds molten metal is damaged, and some is pouring out.
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. Well, if I can get within striking range, I will see how we'll see how tough the armor is of the person on the right, to the north, to the upper right of me.
All right. So this one here. Also, you could sprint. You could sprint there and then hit it with a whip.
Cool. Should I move up closer?
That's probably about as far as you can get.
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good.
I'll say that should be
Tack
close
on the
enough for a whip, for a decent length whip.
Oh, look at that.
Let's see, where did I put the sword, guys?
Oh, they're wielding swords.
Well, some of them are firing energy blasts. You see one of them's got like this energy blade coming out of his gauntlet.
Okay.
All right, so that was a 12. And this is coordinate. No, this would be prowess. Oh, a 10. That's not bad at all, but not as good as your 12.
Yeah. Yeah, but the question is, will my whip get through that armor?
All right, and what is your whip?
It's a 6. It's a strike of 6 striking. Or,
Okay.
Excuse me, five slashing. I meant to say.
All right, 5 slashing. All right, it does not appear to have gotten through, but you don't think you hurt the man or woman in the armor, but you've visibly damaged the armor some.
Okay, I gotta spend some points on increasing that my whip strength, but that's tomorrow's problem.
All right. Just 1 second. All right, so after Whip It is somebody that y'all don't see yet. Then it is one of the armored figures.
We saw these guys. The players at it.
Oh, you, the players, have encountered these guys before.
Mhm.
I don't think Boogeyman or Whip It character-wise have, though.
Nope.
All right, so this armored guy advances on Earth Mother. Actually, I take that lie back. He's going to step over by this rubble and he's going to take a shot at her.
Me?
No, at Earth Mother. This is not the one closest to you. This was the one further up.
Okay.
All right, so he got an 8. Earth Mother's coordination is 5. All right, she got a 9. And she is standing on a chunk of rock or cement that's just, it's really just wide enough for her to, keep her balance good. It's not as large as some of the chunks you've seen her use, when she's outside. But he goes to take a blast and she just sort of, twists the stone and kind of skims out of the way. Next up is Boogeyman.
I suppose I'm going to attempt to disarm the person who just shot at Earth Mother with a swing from my bat.
All right, well, you're way back here. And you can get as far up as Whip It.
All right. I am having a little bit of difficulty using the map on my phone, so I do apologize.
Oh, I didn't realize you were on your phone.
Yeah.
Roll20 has never worked great on a phone.
Yeah, not really. I'm just glad I'm able to get into my character sheet. But all right, yeah, I'm just gonna get up next to Whipbed and then get by any cover I can.
Okay. All right. Between these two machines that she got between, it gives you cover from a lot of the guys if they started trying to fire at you.
And once I grab some cover, I'll start making up some foam.
Okay, so you're going to do the phone.
Yep.
What's
gonna be at rank 5.
Rank 5. All right.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to ask you what rank, but you are way ahead of me. 9 is the difficulty you need to be. And 13 beats it handily. So you're slapping your foam together without any issue. You're becoming an old hand at making this stuff by now.
If it works, it works.
All right. And out of the shadows, well, into your line of sight, Whippet and Boogeyman, steps another armored figure. And they were all in this identical golden armor. I thought I had a piece of artwork handy for them, but I must have cleared it off at some point. But he moves around, avoids the, maybe it's not molten steel anymore that's out on the floor, but the still red hot steel that is spilled out. And while Earth Mother is distracted by the one shooting at her, he runs up behind her and tries to reach up and grab her by the ankles, which is about as much of her as he can reach from, where she's hovering above the ground. So that is a wrestling attempt for him.
I'm assuming she's floating on a chunk
Yes.
of rock.
Yeah, she's standing on a chunk of rock just big enough for her to stand on. So he got an 8. Her prowess. Oh, she is not a wrestler. So he's got her in a partial hold. She can't really move away from him. But she's still free to take actions. Next up is this guy. He steps over here, spots Whippet and Boogeyman. And you hear him presumably speaking to a radio. The Visionaries are on the scene. Repeat, we have heroes on the scene. It's the Visionaries. And then he's just taking a shot at the first one of y'all in line, which is Whippet.
Influencer will take some pride in the fact that we were recognized.
So he got a 9, Whippet got a 10, so Whippet dodges out of the way. Boogeyman, you're crouched down making your foam. Suddenly Whippet dodges out of the way and an energy blast goes past her and just over your head.
He does not scream like a little girl. Just to be clear.
The little editor's box, the corner of the comic book panel would be internal screaming intensifies. Skater Boy. Skater Boy.
Apologize, I had muted my mic for just a second.
Okay.
But I will step out. Do I have a semi-clear line of sight to this man in the back here?
To which one where?
Right here on the orange circle.
Well, let's see. Yes, where you're standing.
All right. Can I get a skating start and leap at him to do a rushing attack?
Yeah, you've got the extra speed, so you can actually make all that distance. There's a little kind of handguard rail thing here you need to jump over, but yeah, it's not. It's like waist high. It's not a big deal, especially for you.
Yeah, I'll use my 1 rank of leaping to make sure I get there. And just a real quick.
The real question is, are you doing that skater thing where you like leap up and then slide across, the edge of, say one of these pieces of equipment?
I do not intend to wall ride against anything, no.
Okay, just checking.
Okay, I think that means I think burnout's only on a 1, but My leaping. I'll check on the leaping later.
Okay.
If that's a burnout or not. But yeah. So leap.
The power works this time regardless.
Yeah, regardless. So crashing into him for a rushing attack. Think I have determination left, so I will tap the quality. I was like so smart once to like just make sure I've got the proper angle to hit him as hard as I can without like running into something immediately afterwards.
I got you. Well, you crash into him, and then you're passing all your momentum onto him at that point.
I rolled a 1.
Well, you're trying.
So
You're trying
total.
to crash into him. All right. Let me just check. Because rushing is basically a regular attack roll, I think.
Yes. If on a base failure, I will just miss and rush right past them. And then on a marginal, I could take I should do half damage on a marginal.
Yeah, he takes half and
then
you take half on a marginal.
Yeah, and then no, on a marginal.
Rushing marginal. You strike a glancing blow as you run past the target, dealing half your damage. Oh no, you're right.
On moderate, if I fail the slam, I take half my damage.
Yeah. Okay, that's where I was.
And on moderate. Oh wait, sorry. Oh, move with your target up to normal. If the push test fails, suffer half damage. Yeah. The rest, the next two are if I fail the extra test, I take half damage.
Yeah. Where on a major, you still have to make the push test, and that might or might not fail, but you don't take damage regardless. So. All right, so anyway, you got a 7, so you got your minimum roll. And this is versus his prowess. Let's see, he's got athletics, which is not going to help him here. Okay, so yeah, he's just going with his straight stat. And it is he got a 7, you got a 7, so that is a marginal success. So you strike a glancing blow on your way past. You do no pushing at all. And you don't have your damage. What is your damage?
My damage will be my strength plus 1, so a total of 5.
All right.
And then half of it, so. 2 point. Is it rounded up or rounded down?
Round down, I believe.
All right, so 2.
All right. So you did not do. Let me see here. All right, so you didn't do any damage. You didn't hurt the guy, but you damaged the armor somewhat. Basically, letting you know you're dealing with ablative armor here. The armor is not invulnerable, but you are going to have to wear it down.
And also, yes, my leaping has burned out.
It has, okay. So you do the leap, but you feel like you pulled something when you do it.
Yeah.
Oh! I have to have a bath, some Epsom salt when I get home. It has been a long day. This has been quite a workout. And then finally, the sword saint that Whippet attacked is going to return the favor. He was one of them that had one of the energy swords out. As he turns and charges you, Whippet, he pops an energy sword in the other hand. Or out of the other hand.
All right, so now we're in prowess mode.
Yep. He got a 5.
Just barely dodged it.
Wow, that's one of the worst evasion rolls I've seen Whippet make. He still succeeds, but so yeah, he comes up swinging. You dodge out of the way, and you get the impression that this guy may not be real well trained. He's not incompetent. Clearly, he's been in some fights, but he doesn't strike you as a trained combatant. Influencer.
Let me guess. This is this. I'm guessing this is the C squad. Then I'll wisecrack that as he misses me.
Okay. Influencer is going to be kind of what is this? Is that something I can kind of semi hide behind?
Yes, this part right here probably comes about chest level on you. So you would have to squat a little bit, but
Okay.
it's a big steel plate with springs on it. Because this thing with the molten metal here, that's on rails. So if it came around the corner with too much speed, it would hit that stop with the springs to help stop it from going any further.
Okay. I'm going to kind of crouch behind that. And do I have a view of any of the Sword Saints from here?
You can for sure see the one that Skater Boy just attacked.
Okay.
Right.
Right. That's probably the only one.
Yeah, right now that is the only one you can see from there.
Okay. I have no idea if this is going to work. I kind of expect that it won't, but I'm going to see if I can step into him.
Okay. Yeah, I think you can do that as long as you can see him, so distance is not an issue. Max roll of 16. Well, that's going to work because he can't possibly roll that high, but I'm going to go out and do the math anyway.
I wasn't sure if it would work with his armor or not.
So he's got an average willpower. And then you do feel some resistance even before you feel yourself touch his mind. So you do think the armor is protecting him some.
Just not enough.
Yeah, just not enough. Let me go ahead and give him a roll just to give him a roll. He got an 11. It's a very respectable roll for him.
Hey, that's respectable.
He could not have gotten much higher. But you still beat him by 5, so that's still a massive success. You got him till the end of the scene.
Be like, oh, cool sword. I don't think he actually had one pulled yet. But
No, he was one of them doing the blasting. So let me put. That was not the right option. I am going to put a blue dot on him so we know which one is you. Ooh, or do I want to? Because maybe your buddies could get confused. Yeah, since all the Sword Saints are identical.
Right, they are.
All right, so you've made contact with him. So you are in control of him now.
That is my turn.
Yep. Then we are back to the top of the order. Is that really everybody? Yeah, I guess that is everybody. Okay. Back to the top of the order with Whippet. No.
Okay, so you
Where
said
is
the
Earth?
armor
Wait,
is-
hang on. 1 second. I'm sorry. Earth Mother should have been in there. Did I not? I did not put her in the initiative order. I put everybody else in the initiative order, and I even had their initiatives rolled up already, and I forgot Earth Mother. One moment while I fix that. As their coordination is a 5. So she's going on an 11. So she'd have been going up right under Whip Ed. All right, we'll just say she threw some rocks at somebody, whatever, last round. All right, go ahead, Whip Ed.
Okay, so you said the armor was chipping away, correct?
Yes. You had damaged the armor some.
All right. In that case, I am going to keep on keeping on and see how long it takes to get through. So another whip attack.
All right. All right. I'm rolling a lot of ones today.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that was 5 points.
4 technically. But yeah, it's a slash
Look,
of 5.
you hit him for 5. You had hit this guy once before.
That's right.
So let's see. So his armor was that. And then you hit him this time. That drops his armor. You hear a little hiss of pain. You think some of it got through this time.
Hey, all right.
All right, then it is Earth Mother's go. You guys are all rushing in. She tells you, "Hey guys, thanks for the backup. I don't know who these clowns are. I'm just doing a patrol and they jumped me." And then she'll pick up this rock here and try to smash the guy that's hanging on to her. Let's see, she's partially... she's got a partial hold on her, so she's at -2. Oh, it's coordination. Yeah, that's not great, but... So she got an 8. He got a 9. He kind of, he's holding on to her ankles, but he kind of turns and twists himself so that she rotates in the air, and the stone she's standing on kind of takes the lip from the stone she tried to throw at him. All right. So next up. Let me look up a power right quick. I can't remember if it's ranged or touch. Oh, coordination versus coordination. So it is a ranged attack. All right. So, Skater Boy, from where you're at, a ray of energy comes from over your head somewhere towards Earth Mother, but she manages to dodge out of the way. Whip-Et and Boogeyman, you can see this large hooded man who is holding a scythe. And he had leveled it at her, and this sort of green beam had come out of it, but like I said, she got out of the way.
Damn it.
What was that, Curtis?
Curtis does not want to share with the class.
Well, I'm just guessing that was who I heard. All right. Then it is. Oh, that's the possessed sword saint, so he doesn't get a go. Boogeyman.
Boogeyman is going to pop up and take a swing at the Saint. Whippet managed to actually injure with his baseball.
Okay, well, that's the one right in front of you, so no problem there.
Begin. That's my specialty.
All right, he got a 6.
I cannot complain about those results.
Nope, nope. How much damage you do? 6? Is it 6 points of damage you do?
Yes, sir.
All right, so 6 minus what he's got left of his armor. And that armor goes down by 1 more. So you definitely hear a grunt and that kind of, half a step back as you connect.
You're fine. Yeah.
All right, the one wrestling with Earth Mother will continue to wrestle with her, trying to get her into a full hold. So he's got a 4, she's got a 3, I think. Yes. Rolled a 1 for both of them, which means he beat her by 1, which is enough to get a partial hold. Since he already had a partial hold, he manages to pull her off the rock and kind of gets her into a full hold. One arm kind of wrapped around, holding her arms to her side. Another hand kind of across her mouth. At which point, this one here, having seen you attack his buddy, Skater Boy turns around and pops those energy swords out of his, or blades out of his arms, and takes a swing at you.
All right. Just as a quick question, in full view of them, does my 1 rank of occult help me attempt to identify them at all?
I'll let you make a roll. It's going to be fairly difficult, though.
Was that 9 to attack me, though? Before we...
Yes, the 9 was to attack you. The 9 was for the attack, yes. All right, you get out of the way.
Okay, safely from that. All right.
12 is the number to beat. This will be a reason roll with your 1 rank of or intellect, rather, with your 1 rank of...
Oh, man, that's going to be impossible for me. Well, it's unfortunate. Could it just be this +1? That'd be it was a 10. It was decent. It was a decent attempt, but
That's a moderate failure. Well, he's got a hood and a scythe. Maybe he's Grim Reaper related. You seem to recall rumors at some point that the Reaper had lost one of his scythes, but you don't know if that's it or not.
I don't know. I don't see any hockey pads on this person.
well,
And then it's Skater Boy's turn, so you can take a physical
he looks
action.
dangerous, so I will be grappling him.
Okay.
I'll just bound on up there next to him. And let's get to wrestling.
Oh, let's see if this guy can wrestle at all.
He's got the folding chair.
Oh, his initiative should have been better, though. He's got military training. I did not give him his initiative bonus for that. I would actually put him at the top of the order. Ah, well, we won't worry about it now. All right, so have you rolled the wrestling? No, there you go. Okay.
It's an 8.
So
Not
this
too hot.
This is versus his prowess.
You want to sit with Daddy? You would be
Because it's prowess versus prowess, and then he can use prowess or coordination to escape.
Prowess or strength.
Prowess
to
or
escape.
strength. Okay. But it is prowess versus prowess for the initial attempt.
Oh, no. I know. Just for a second.
Ooh, an 8 and an 8.
Okay.
I want to say
okay,
a
we don't-
marginal with wrestling means nothing. Yeah, failure or marginal, no effect.
We don't want to look
So y'all start wrestling around, but nobody's getting a lock on anybody else.
Mm.
But he does tell you that this heroing business of yours, it's a young man's game. You should probably have stayed retired.
I'm like old. Yeah. But like
young at
fires,
heart.
like fires don't wait for the young firefighters.
Up under his hood, you see a look of respect across his face, like he nods like he's acknowledging a valid point. All right, so you tried to wrestle. Then it is the Sword Saint in front of Whippet and Boogie. He's
Oh, which sword saint was the? Okay, he's on the 10. Okay.
so this one here is going to fall back because he's getting his tail whooped and he knows it. So he's basically going to fall all the way back here, right in front of his buddy who he knows will watch his back, and try to shoot Whippet. You know, the swords blink out. He just brings up his gauntlets and starts a blasting.
Feeling the heat.
So that is a 9 you need to beat. Easily done with a 12. You hear influencer. You hear him complaining to probably you and the other guy nearby. It's no fair. She's just a little girl with a whip, and he's got a baseball bat.
Yep.
For God's sake. And then influencer, it is your go.
Okay. I have a gun in hand.
Well, it's a blaster gauntlet, but
Oh, right. Sorry. My bad.
but the controls are already, the HUD's already got the controls up, so you're
right.
pretty sure you just squeeze the trigger finger and it'll fire.
I think I shall aim at the closest sword saint that's still standing and
So the
fire.
guy that was just complaining.
Yeah, the guy that was just complaining.
Local hero shoots man in back of head.
Executioner style. He was wearing a helmet, says former hero. All right, so that's a 9.
Blow it out your ass.
Offer may have to have words with you about your language.
Well, to be fair, it was the sword saint that said it.
Right.
All right, you beat him by 1. So he really did not see it coming. All right, and those blasts do 5 points of damage. Minus the 2 points of armor he's got left, which drops his armor down to 1. He takes 4, so he is not unconscious. The armor does take much of the damage, but like the back of the helmet is just toast now. He kind of stumbles forward. Ah!
Let's kind of look at the gauntlet. Cool.
The hooded figure calls out to his men, Johnson is compromised. Be aware. And then Whippet, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm assuming Johnson's the one I've been whittling down.
Yeah, that's this one here, right in front of the blue dot, which is the one influencer has possessed.
Okay.
You might be able to get him this time. It sounded like his armor's really weak now.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna continue the pursuit, move up a little bit, maybe this way, just so I don't want to get in the crossfire of that fellow over there.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yes, and I'll as she whips, she'll no pun intended, make a crack about at Johnson about how high-tech toys won't be necessary to take out the likes of you all. Web attack. Oh, okay. Well, not a great roll.
All right, everybody versus his prowess.
You know, that's the one thing missing for them for this game, for comic books. They need a mechanic so that if you can make a really snappy, clever comeback, you get an attack bonus.
Yeah, some kind of taunt or something, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, technically, we could just do that with our stats and, to create a quality into that effect.
Yeah,
we have to start
Right.
doing that.
What?
'Cause,
We
yeah,
don't make enough snappy comebacks for that to be effective.
Well, we just need to. This might be what comes first, the chicken or the egg thing. If we try to make the rolls, then maybe we'll get the benefits.
All right, so your whip does 5 points. It's a marginal success,
right.
so half that. So that is 2 minus the 1 point of armor he still had left. So he takes 1 point of damage. And he only had the 1 left.
Oh.
So yeah, the crack of the whip, he screams and falls down and is just sort of rolling around.
I'd call that compromised.
Not completely unconscious maybe, but definitely out of it.
Yeah, that's all we need.
Alright, Earth Mother goes. She is in a complete hold. So all she can really try to do is escape.
Prowess or strength chest.
Alright, so I will roll the attacker's strength first. In the armor, he has a strength of 6. He rolled a 6. She has to beat a 12. With her strength or prowess. Neither of which are the same, and neither of which are very high. So literally her 2 lowest stats. So it is a massive failure, and she struggles but is unable to get loose. Next up is our hooded fellow. Well, the man doesn't have a lot of subtlety to him. He takes a step back away from Skater Boy. Turns and levels the side at Earth Mother again. going to give him a bonus for her being a full hold. Or maybe she should have gotten a disadvantage or whatever, but the math will work out the same either way. Coordination as she tries to avoid it. All right, so this green ray from his side just sort of bathes across her. And let me check their levels. And it doesn't seem, you don't really see where it does anything to her other than the floating little boulder she was standing on. That even when he snatched her off, it was still floating there. It drops to the ground. But she's still actively struggling in that one sword saint's grip. So, Boogeyman, you're up next.
I'm going to try to get within tossing range. The injured sword saint, and try and hit him with one of the snag bombs.
All right. The injured one got taken out.
Oh.
Technically, there were two
that's
injured.
right, okay.
One of them got taken out, and one of them got possessed.
Right. All right.
So you got one that's uninjured, and two that are injured. One of them is just standing there, ready for fighting, been shooting at you and stuff. The other one has Earth Mother in a hold, and you have the hooded figure with the scythe.
Yeah, I'll go with the try and hit the one who's shooting at it. The
Okay.
bomb.
I believe he avoids that with his coordination.
I'm gonna tap Tough SOB.
Okay.
And am I allowed to add in my athletics for throwing?
I'll allow it, yes.
Okay. That would be... That's a plus 10.
All right, so you beat his 6 by 8. That is a massive success. And this is the foam's the binding one, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's got him in a complete hold. He can do nothing but attempt to escape. I'm trying to remember, how did I mark that? The spider webs were for a partial. Oh, no, there was net and spider. Okay. So I've got him marked. All right. So yeah, grenade hits him just dead in the chest. Foam springs up all around him. You can see a couple of golden fingers sticking out of one side. A little bit of his face plate is sticking out. Next up is another one of the sword saints. And he begins running off with Earth Mother. Oh. So I should probably leave her boulder behind. Let's see. So yeah, I need to get over this way somewhere.
Oh dang, he fast.
Oops. I think I hid that area more than I revealed.
We didn't have a picture of the hooded guy with the scythe, did we?
I'm convinced I've got one somewhere, but apparently I don't have it still loaded up in Roll20. So yeah, I'll have to find that at some point. I know I got on champions and did up a well, like I've got the picture for the token. Same thing with the Sword Saints. I know I had a picture at one point, but speaking of the Sword Saint, so that's his go. The next one is going to try to get out of the foam. He's going to use his strength. Oh, he rolls an 11. Marigold, I need you to give me a roll for a d6 plus the strength of the material.
And that's a 5, so just gonna roll. It's gonna say coordination. Don't worry about what that is, just the number.
Oh, that's fine. All right, so on his escaping, so you got a 9, he got 11. So he beat by 2, so that's a moderate success, which escapes a partial hold or changes a complete hold to a partial hold. So he digs out a little bit.
Yeah.
He could potentially shoot at somebody on his turn, but he'd be at a -2. But he's still stuck in that spot as far as like movement or anything goes.
Mm-hmm.
Skater Boy.
I look to the group. You guys can handle him. I'll go get Earth Mother.
Yep.
And I will use my current ranks of available super speed and get over there.
All right, you have no problem catching up with him.
And how does wrestling someone who's wrestling someone work?
Hey, that's a very
you think you'd get a bonus since he's got to keep hold of Earth Mother.
Is it just I attempt to grapple him to break the grapple on her, or do I give an assist to her breaking out, or am I rolling to break out for her?
I think if she were a player character, this would work out to you giving her a bonus. Since she's an NPC, we'll let you do the rolling.
Okay.
So you'll roll like she's assisting you.
Okay. A 9, because I rolled a 1.
All right. Is that with the +2 you'd have for her assisting you?
Yes.
Okay. So you factored all that in. Okay. So let me roll his prowess. So he rolled a 1 and got a 5. You rolled a 1 and got a 9.
Yeah.
So even rolling a 1, that's a major success. So she is free.
He might be stronger than me, but with super speed, I just hitting all of the spots to grab him faster than he can react enough to get Earth Mother out.
Or and maybe you did it so quickly he wasn't ready, and she was, you only had to pry his arms open enough for her to slip out. Let's see, then it's the unconscious guy, so we're not going to worry about him. Influencer, you're up.
I am going to shoot at the hooded guy with the scythe.
I appreciate you not using his name, even though I know you know his name.
Take
That's his
that,
name.
hooded stranger.
Good guy with scythe.
All right, so that's you got a 7. Hooded guy. His coordination. Got a 9, so he manages to get out of the way.
Hurry.
He's a big guy, but he moves very quickly. Whip it.
All right. Let's see. So we have the one that just lost grip of Earth Mother,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's over
and the
there
hood is still around.
right
Okay,
now.
let's try to. Mhm.
I was gonna say right now you've got one sword saint here who is half dug out of some
Mhm.
foam boogeyman threw at him.
That's right.
And then the hooded guy, and then way over to the left, yeah, you've got Earth Mother and Skater Boy dealing with one.
Oh, there they are. Okay. All right. How do you guys? You know what? Let's. I haven't tried to pry anything from anyone's cold dead hands yet, or warm living hands, as the case may be. So let's see if I can grapple that scythe. I don't. Yeah, let me attempt a grab with whip.
Okay. All right, and he resists
Forget
that
about
with
this once.
his. Did we decide that? Does he use his prowess for that, or did we decide? Hang on, let me look at grabbing for a while.
I'm pretty sure it's prowess, and I have it
Test the
programmed as a prowess.
when you make the grab, wrest something out of an opponent's grasp. Make the test with the lower of your prowess or strength against the opponent's strength level.
Oh wait, it's the lower of strength or prowess.
Yeah, but you may have. Did you buy a knack about that?
I did. So yeah, I have. That's right. The precise grab. That's right. So it should be coordination then, or is that right? I think that's right. Yeah, I might need to. Yeah, I haven't set it prowess, but
We'll go with
I
it being
think it's
prowess right now, since that's what you got it set at.
okay.
That'll be fine.
I'm trying to wonder if maybe it might need maybe it should be coordination, but I'll just stick with what the roll I just made because it's only a one difference. Well, if if it's prowess, it's one more than prowess, but if it's strength, that my strength's only a 3. But
Yeah. Well, yeah, if it's really strength or prowess, then we would definitely stick with your prowess.
okay.
Though, like you said, the knack may
Yeah,
have switched
I'll
to coordination, so we'll figure that out later.
okay.
Either way, it's not your
my
strength,
rolls a 7.
but it is his strength.
Yeah, that's the important thing. That's right. Well, if it's lower than prowess, sure.
And he got a 12.
Ooh,
The whip wraps right there, and you tug, and it's like you might as well have wrapped your whip around a skyscraper and tugged on it. There's just no give.
But you can swing on it.
It's almost as if there's some kind of like a natural bond thing going on, or they just rolled a 6.
But he looks over at you, Whippet, and tells you, none may separate the headsman from the scythe of Namu. So you now have a name for this fellow. It's probably not a good sign that
The
somebody
scythe
with
of Vanu.
Namu, Nammu.
Nemu.
It's probably not a good sign that somebody with a scythe is calling himself the headsman either, but maybe don't jump to conclusions. Maybe it just means he's the boss.
He just likes to take headshots.
Oh, but I could be the headsman if that's the case.
Clearly, he's trying to take over the world so he can get on the cover of Vogue.
He
All
just
right,
likes to take, collect pictures from friendly heroes.
All right, then it is Earth Mother's turn. Skater Boy, you see Earth Mother step back away from the guy and kind of reach one hand out to her side, like she was reaching for something. And then you see her face kind of scrunch up. Urgh. The guy in the hood, he did something to me. I can't feel the earth anymore.
Oh, yeah, it's like classic magical power stealing. It's like in the scythe right now.
And you see her go, so that's how that works. And she turns around, takes her full movement, and as she is passing this piece of rubble, she picks up a big fist-sized rock in her hand. And it's like she's going after the guy with this rock. And over her
Turn
shoulder,
towards
she's like,
you.
"You can handle him, right?" You know, back to you and the
like,
golden guy.
yeah, don't worry.
Then it is the headman's turn. He gives a little hop off what he's standing on, lands in front of you, Whippet.
No one expects the headsman.
For what you did against the Vasileft, I will leave you with your life as a sign of respect. And then he tries, rather than hit you with a scythe, he tries to punch you.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Which is probably a mistake because he doesn't have a whole lot of stuff for his unarmed attacks.
But he still gets me.
Yep. 8 points of damage.
Whoa, and am I out? Oh yeah, I'm out.
At no point did anybody throw down knee pads this go around.
Nope.
Nope.
That's
So yeah, you see Whippet, you see him rear back, and then the lights go out all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Did I hear Taylor chuckling? Has he turned against us?
What? No, I said nope. No one threw knee pads down this time around.
I heard Marigold
just-
chuckling, so you may have to be watching
Oh,
Boogeyman.
but I wasn't sure who was chuckling. I thought maybe it was Taylor.
I
And
just
then
got
it
Guy
is.
Gardnered.
Yep. It's like I got. Yeah, but you got Guy Gardner by somebody that punches like the Thing, as opposed to somebody that punches like Batman. It's a little less embarrassing when you're the normal human taking the lead. All right, next up would be that guy, but he is Pazotski'd. Boogeyman.
Boogeyman is going to just whip out his energy sword and charge straight at the hooded guy who just took down.
Okay. You have heard him refer to himself as the headsman, so we now have a name for him.
Yep.
All right, so Boogie pops the energy sword, charges forward, humming Duel of Fates. Let's see. Yeah, you can get to him and make a swing. So
All right. Plus from my slashing.
pretty good. He got an 8, so moderate success. I forget, how is the sword statted up?
It does. I believe 6 points of. I never wrote down heat damage, but yeah, it does heat or fire damage, however it's referred to in the system.
Okay.
And slashing.
All right, and slashing. Slashing is probably the important. And it was how many points?
6 points.
6 points. Okay. So usually, he turns and kind of leans back. He doesn't get out of the way in time. You leave a burning slash in his clothing, but the skin underneath, it's maybe a little pink, but it doesn't appear to have taken any actual damage. You see, there was a slight moment of startled, where he looked startled. And then Poker Face is back up. That's a fine weapon. I believe I'll take it when as I'm leaving.
That's rude.
What, man? What's a souvenir? You would deny a man a souvenir?
Assumption that you're leaving.
I'll leave when I please. Corporate street heroes can't stop me. Alright, then we jump over here to the Sword Saint with Skater Boy.
Well, hey, look, if we can just like wrap this up fast, I've got to go help with that guy.
Alright, he is going to make a grabbing move. So it's the lower of his prowess or strength. Skater Boy, give me a roll. Give me a strength roll. Versus his lower of his prowess or strength. Which will be his prowess?
Wait, is this a grabbing or a wrestling?
This is a grabbing.
What is he trying to grab off of me?
Alright, so he got an 8.
I've ticked the modifier off of this, just using the roll.
Okay.
Got a 9.
Alright, so he grabs for your skateboard and
Oh.
doesn't get it out of your grip. Or doesn't get it off your wherever you store it.
Okay.
Basically, he was going to grab your skateboard, snap it over his knee, and then run after Earthmother.
Oh no!
Because like a few other people in this campaign, he's mistakenly thinking that your super speed is based on your skateboard.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but that would have been sad.
But he was going to look very smug about it for a minute, and then...
Was that a sword saint or the headsman?
No, that was that was one of the Sword Saints that just tried that.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Look, the man's been watching the news. Okay, Skater Boy pulls a bunch of weird stuff out of his pants. Gadgets. Clearly he's always super speeding around on the skateboard. Clearly the skateboard is his super speed.
And now I may or may not know who the main villain is. Or one of the main villains.
There's multiple plots with multiple main villains going on right now.
Yeah.
You've got at least 3 main
Big
villains
bad.
involved in this campaign.
But there's a big bad yet to reveal himself. If I'm not mistaken.
There could be. Alright, so that was that one's turn. And then this guy that is still in a partial hold is going to try to bust the rest of the way out. So Marigold, give me a roll for the strength of material.
That'll work.
And he rolls his strength.
It is a 9 ESP. Nice.
He only got an 8, so he is still stuck for the moment. And then it is Skater Boy's turn.
Oh, okay. He hits for 8. What can we do about? All right. I will burst past Earthmother and get in range to drop a Spray on E-Pads Party Edition on the group.
Okay.
Because this guy is rough.
This guy is rough, yes.
Some bastard made him.
I'll dump it and I'll be like, I'm gonna try to find a brain thing to hit him with, because he looks like a kind of a brick shit house.
Yep.
But that's my move, is just to get us that damage reduction.
Okay. All right. And how big an area does that cover?
It's a burst, so I could burst it against the back to hit the three of us without hitting him if that's what mechanically needs to happen.
Oh no, I was just
Like
looking to see if you could catch Earth Mother in there or not, but I think she's gonna be too far away.
Nah, I don't think so.
Even if you stopped in the middle, I don't think it would reach her and Boogie. Let's see, then we have... Alright, I'm deleting the unconscious guy. It keeps coming up in order. So Influencer on a 5. So Influencer is... He is our cleanup battery in the initiative, so... What is Influencer doing?
My turn. I'm gonna try shooting at the headsman again. And could I?
You could try.
You could also shoot the the stationary target with advantage.
No, I'm thinking of something else. This is probably gonna be really bad, but I'm gonna see if I can jump into the headsman.
Okay.
He's clearly a bigger threat than the sword sight if I let the sword sight go. And this is where everything goes south, guys. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Alright, so he's got a fair willpower. And mental resistance.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
I would like to use my last tick
Hex.
of actually. I would like to use my last tick of probability control to give him -2 because this has all been the same day. So I was
All the
running
same
low at
day,
the
so
start
yeah.
of the fight.
Alright, so he's at -2, so his mental resistance mastery drops down to just a base level of mental resistance. So it is not possible for him to beat it completely. He rolled an 8. He needed a 13. You beat him by 5.
Bang.
God.
That is the power of any ability that has a 10.
Yep.
Well, and having Skater Boy as a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Probability control is a very good power. Now that I've witnessed it.
Yeah, its weakness is that you only have so many uses of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was never very good at using it with toss up. I need to use him again so I can practice and use it more effectively.
Yeah, this has been Skater Boy's most prominent power. Is spray on knee pads and then probability control.
And truthfully, my mistake here was he should have tapped equality. Would not have made a huge difference, but
That would have limited my time controlling him.
So do you just control him and that is it for the turn?
yeah, that's his action for the turn is taking possession of somebody.
Okay.
He can't jump into them and then immediately have them doing something.
Well, it's just like Earth Mother's going to hit him with a rock if we don't tell her.
So you take control, and you feel yourself settle in. Your point of view changes because this guy's pretty tall. So, but unlike usual, you don't feel alone in this head. You quietly in the back of your head hear a voice that sounds like the headsman's voice. Though maybe the headsman's voice, but older? this is not going to end as well as you think it's going to end.
That's not good because I was pretty sure it was going to end badly.
And then Earth Mother runs up, jumps on this little boulder, and brings a rock down on the back of your head, Influencer. Whap!
Wait, hold on. Time out. I thought Whippet got to go first.
Oh, that's weird. It rearranged them. Because
Huh?
I'd initially put her under Whippet. They're both on 11, so it didn't really make a difference, I guess. But... And besides, her hitting the guy with the rock, guy with 6 damage resistance with a rock isn't going to do anything to her. But she runs up.
I was planning on. I was planning on having a round of internal conflict before I get back into the fray. So I'm perfectly fine with Earth Weather going ahead.
So she runs up, jumps off that rock, whaps you in the back of the head with a rock, Curtis, which doesn't really hurt.
Do I roll prowess to dodge or?
Yeah, if you just want to, yeah. I'm gonna give her a little bonus for, coming up behind you like that.
Yeah.
So marginal success. She just barely clips you with the rock.
That's all right. So it didn't hurt anyway, right?
Yeah. She's got like a 2 or 3 strength, and the rock would give her probably a +1 on that. So.
Like an iceberg against the Titanic, you have barely been scraped and you are unfazed.
Couldn't hurt at all.
The Titanic was unfazed.
But anyway, she's yelling at you to give her her powers back before she takes that stick from you and puts it somewhere uncomfortable.
I think it's funny that that whole trio of someone stealing something from someone else.
So she goes an 11. Whippet also goes an 11, and Whippet is unconscious. Though you could take your recovery, because I don't think any of you have taken that
I was thinking
yet today.
No, not yet. I was thinking about that, but I kind of envision Whippet having a kind of a knockout dream sequence.
Oh, what is she
Where
dreaming
she's
of?
being she's dreaming of what else? Being admonished by her mother, the Rook, and how she has always relied on her whip to keep the world at bay, and that I've always fought from a place of fear rather than bravery. Just something along the general vibes of. I'm trying to set up for Whippet to go through some kind of like. I'm whipping up. I'm building Whippet up for a big issue selling revamp as we approach the conclusion of the campaign. But right now she's just getting admonished by the Rook, and she's at first Whippet is insisting that, look, this is just someone just got a lucky shot on me, someone with super strength, by the way, but eventually the Rook will through a conveniently illustrated flashback sequence in the comic book pages, kind of like build a case for how this has been a recurring theme in Whippet's life, and I'm sure the separation drama will play into a good part of that. So I'm not going to revive myself quite yet, but
Okay.
hope soon.
The all new Whippet.
I imagine somewhere in there
Cover your faces.
is that she's probably, when you make the excuse that he's super strength, he got a lucky shot, he had super strength. She probably admonishes you for getting used to having Skater Boy's knee pads. You're used to
Oh yeah,
your friend protecting you from stuff like that.
that's right.
But that silver fox isn't going to be there to protect you
I was going
always.
to go. I was going to go help with Bet instead of attack, but I thought, oh, surely he'll revive himself. But now we get the flashback scene, or the dream sequence.
All right.
Yeah, I'll get back in. Don't worry.
Next up is the headsman.
I am going to say into the speaker, "Stand down." Let's see if that works.
What's that? It's the headsman. Not you. Yeah, not you. Oh, are you telling the voice in your head to stand down?
Well, I'm assuming. What is this? He
Right-
doesn't have a speaker.
Yeah. Right now
I
it is
tried to
his
talk to
turn,
the
not your
first thing.
turn.
Oh,
It's
gotcha.
the headsman's
Sorry,
turn, not
my
the
bad.
influence's turn. Now he can't really do anything. You have complete control of his body.
Yeah.
He just continues to speak to you in your head.
Okay.
Is this the first time influencer is actually not fully suppressed the person he's occupying?
First time in the campaign, I believe. I don't
Yeah.
think anybody else has been able to talk to him while he was like this.
Interesting. Wonder what makes him different.
So what does he say? Anything, or just?
So, what are you going to do? You can't use the staff. Only I know how to wield it. Or the scythe, rather. Excuse me, the scythe.
I'm wielding it right now.
Are you? Do you have the will to subjugate the power of the staff? Or will its power... Or scythe, I keep calling it staff. Or will its power overwhelm you? I can't wait to see.
Get your popcorn ready.
If you were a true hero, like, the Primus, or... Let's see, who's some other really well... The Primus, or the Multidimensional Man. I would say you have a fair shot. But you're some corporate sellout.
I sort of grumble.
And he's like, "What was that? I don't hear any true arguments, no rebuttal."
I'm doing what's needed.
You're doing what makes you money.
There's more to this world than money.
And what in this world do you care about more than money?
Respect.
And you
Maybe
think you'll get
influence.
that being some corporation's monkey? The little dancing monkey out dancing to their tune. I noticed with everyone else they went out and hired real heroes.
Ouch.
Everybody else has had a hero career before this.
Now I know why they call him the headsman. He's getting in your head,
Yeah.
even as he got into his.
Yeah. Better than being a street rat. Listen. Now I have influence.
You're a stooge. No one in your corporation is going to listen to you. You're the hired help. In fact, I'd have to say you're probably the plant. You're probably the person they put on the team so they knew at least one person would be in their corner in any situation.
That's called loyalty. Would you know anything about that?
More than you could possibly imagine. Let's see, how would he refer to his boss? Would he call him his master?
Ooh, I don't know. I hadn't thought about these two in a long time, other than they're in the back of my head. Because I'm always trying to write fiction. It's like in the back of my head. I want to use them sometime, but
Because he was referred to as the manservant of this guy. So I guess if he was a butler type prior to supervillain,
you might call him master.
It
like
might be
Alfred,
master so-and-so. And how do you pronounce his boss's name?
I don't remember.
Haruspex. Haruspex.
Yeah, it's. I want to say it's an Egyptian word, but don't hold me to that.
Yeah, I think it was. Anyway, he tells you, he serves the Haruspex. and through his service, the Haruspex, he will help the Haruspex basically bless all of humanity. Our methods are unpleasant to some, but our ends will justify everything we do. History will justify us.
Didn't Madame Feyre think something like that?
I believe she just wanted to rule the world. Nothing but one of a long list of conquerors and would-be world tamers. But if you release me, I can promise you that my master will remember you when he comes into his kingdom.
I can promise you, your master's not going to forget me.
All right, so that's enough jaws.
Neither will you.
So the guy that you were possessing and are no longer possessing runs by and tries to grab Earth Mother. Because, he's still got a mission. Let's see. That's right, his prowess and coordination were the same. Oh, but Earth Mother manages to beat him by one, so she manages to avoid it. So she jumps over here and, basically hands off Goldie. Boogeyman, you're up.
I am going to go pop the unpossessed guy in armor.
All right. We shall refer to him as the depossessed.
The depossessed. Gonna take a swing at him with well, I already have it out, so I'm gonna go with the beam saber.
Okay. He's still got most of his armor. He should be fine. All right, so that's a major success. The beam saber does how much?
6 points damage.
All right, so 6 points of damage minus the 4 armor he's got left. Drops the armor by 1. Only does 2 points of damage to him. That gets through. But that was a major success on a slashing attack, so first we roll for the stun. So roll your damage plus a d6 minus his strength. That's a massive success, so he is knocked unconscious. Give me that roll again for the killing effect. He beats that one. So he screams and passes out, but he's not bleeding out or anything.
Boogie's gonna give a little twirl and kick him a little bit to make sure he's still breathing.
You hear, he's clearly not awake, or not conscious, but he is both breathing and moaning in pain somewhat.
Yeah. Good news is that it's hot enough to mostly cauterize you, so you should be fine for it.
And the one way
I don't like
over
those
there,
numbers.
the one way over there to the left takes a shot at Earth Mother. But he rolls a 7, she rolled an 8, she gets out of the way. And then it's the one that is still partially trapped. Does he try to escape? Or since Boogeyman's right next to him, does he try to stab Boogeyman just out of spite? Yeah, I think he's going to
Spite
stab. I
can
think
be
he's going to stab
powerful
Boogeyman
motivator.
out of spite. But he only gets a 4 because he's in the partial hold of that foam. He is still...
Retaliate. Hit him with a... Retaliate.
So I'm going to give you a free strike with the sword. Since it's in your hand already.
Yep.
So that was... We said the sword did 6 points, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So 6 points. I don't think this one's actually taking any damage. So armor knocks off 5 of that, but then lowers to 4. So he takes 1 point. That actually gets through. But it's a major success, so roll for the stun. Alright. That's a marginal success, so no stun. And then roll for the kill. So that is a major success on the kill roll. Major or massive success reduces target stamina to 0 and renders the character unconscious. On the following page, each page thereafter, the character loses strength level. When strength falls below 0, the character dies. So he's in a bad way. He goes limp in the foam. You may have cut a little deeper than you needed to.
Oops.
Ooh, they could poke something important.
Skater Boy.
I will for brief. Do you need me to fix that?
I can take care of it in a moment.
All right. Then I will jump past and begin to grapple the last guy around Earth Mother.
Oh no, that's the one. That's the one Boogie just hit.
Oh, sorry.
Boogie knocked this one out, and then this one tried to stab Boogie and got retaliated on.
And it's pretty obvious influencers in the headsman.
Yes.
All right.
Well, you know the one he was for sure possessing got loose, and now the headsman's just been standing there.
Yeah. Then I will super speed back over to this other guy and be like, sorry, I just had to make sure they were okay. We're back in this. And then I'll grapple him.
All right, he got a 9 on his prowess.
You rolled so many ones.
Oh, I have too. Cry me a river.
Yeah, but you get 8 times as many rolls as me. So when we have had an equivalent amount of ones, it's worse for me.
I guess if you want to look at it that way. It still means I've been disappointed more often.
But you've also been successful more often.
Feel his pain.
I have not been successful here.
All right, so now it is Influencer's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna say, watch out, guys. There's something not right here. And is the staff? No, I'm doing it.
Yep.
Is the scythe trying to influence me?
You don't know what is causing this guy to be able to talk to you, and it's not like you're feeling that he's resisting you in some way that others haven't. You seem to be in complete control. He's just talking to you and still conscious.
But I don't feel like the staff is trying to do anything, or like I.
The staff is not doing anything that you are aware of. Let me put it that way.
How many Sword Saints are left?
The one way over there that Skater Boy is dealing with. Over on the left side of the map.
Can I reach him and try? I want to see if I can use the scythe on him. See what happens. Can I get that far?
You couldn't get that far. You couldn't get within swing distance of him and actually swing it, no.
Okay.
Now, you have seen him point the side at people and shoot that energy out. But you don't know how he does that.
I will try. I'll mess around and see if I can do anything with it.
All right, give me a reason roll.
Nope.
Let's see. And the difficulty will be the rank of the staff plus
Intellect
2.
or
Yes, intellect. Did I say reason again? All right, so you got a 9.
I've got the respectable roll.
You needed a 15 because I rolled a
Not
6.
good.
So that is a massive failure.
That's not good.
What's the staff going to do on a massive failure? I think it's going to cast its power nullification on everybody in the immediate area. Earth Mother, her powers are already negated, so no issue there. Whippet has no powers per se. Boogeyman. Your tech would count as powers for this.
And I think my awareness too, because it's at rank 7. That would probably go down to just 6.
Yes, probably so. I think 7 is considered technically. Well, I don't know if it is.
I believe so.
Is it with all stats or is it just with physical? I don't know. Whatever the case. And technically they would only lower by the rank of the nullification, but the nullification is power rank 7, so. So your lightsaber putters out. And the influencer, whose possession is, I believe, at rank 10.
Mm-hmm.
So it drops by 7. So you now have a possession of 3, or mind control, whatever the power is, of 3. Give me a roll. We're going to make fresh will saves as your power is suddenly impeded greatly to see if you can still hang on to this guy.
Now it's, instead of willpower plus 10, it's going to be willpower plus 3. Give me a moment. Oh, come on.
Now you got my hopes up with the roll of that number. But...
Still not very good.
Okay. So, what is influencer's willpower?
5.
So you rolled a 12 total.
All right, he rolled 1d6.
Before you rolled plus a 5 plus a 3.
All right, okay, so you rolled a d6 plus 3.
Oh, I didn't
So,
do it right. I'm sorry. I'm
I'm
an
ignoring
idiot.
that because Influencer's original roll, when you asked him to roll, he just rolled a d6 flat and made a 4.
Okay.
So I'm just throwing his stats onto that 4 to get the number I got.
Okay, so let's do that. So the 4, and what is your willpower?
5.
All right, so that's a 9. And then you got 3 points.
Yeah.
All right, so you'd beat him by 1 at this point, which means you have control of him for a round. Now you're feeling him resisting. Now you know you don't have as firm a grip on him.
I'll internally I will grit my teeth. Probably there's a panel of transparent versions of them wrestling. It's like still strong enough to manage you.
Or the image is the headsman standing there, and the both of y'all are transparent above him in like a staring contest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only the image would be, the influencer like you usually see him. The image of the headsman would be, the other version of him standing there staring at you. All right, well, that was the influencer's turn. Whippet, are we still having flashbacks or dream conversations with your mother? You're muted.
It is almost 5 o'clock. I wonder if I should just stay down. Well, let's see. We have. Do you think is this the last round of combat, or do you think we'll at least get one more round out of this?
With the depleted number of foes you've got, we could probably get another round.
Okay. I'll tell you what. I'll go ahead and spend spend a determination point for the recovery, and I'll be activating a strange. Since I've been having a dream scolding, I'll activate my estranged teen from super family quality, and I'll use that to gain. Let's see, willpower. Well, looks like I'm getting my willpower.
Yeah, willpower or
back,
strength,
so it's
whichever
gonna
one's
be
higher.
5 back. Yeah, so that'll be willpower. I don't think I'll be quite ready to get back in the fray, but I am conscious at least, and
All right.
hopefully I don't get knocked out of it again.
So you're conscious, and you could spend your movement this round to stand up. That'd be basically all you could do is wake up and kind of struggle to your feet.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Earth Mother, in response to influence telling people to step back, something's not right. Basically, because I know something's not right. You've got my powers. And then she grabs the stick, but that's not really, or the staff, or the side. But she ain't got the strength to do much with that. So. Let's see. Then it is the headsman's turn. Technically, this is the one round that you've still got control of him, so he can't do anything on his own. He's in the staring contest with you. We'll do the rolls for that, as you try to maintain control when your turn comes back around. I'm going to delete the knockout Sword Saints, so it should be Boogeyman's turn.
Boogeyman is going to whip off his jacket and just fling it around, still holding on to it, around the scythe and try to wrestle it away from the headsman.
Okay.
So there's now 2 people. There are 3 people total on that side.
And I'm going to tap Tough SOB to give myself a plus to that roll. And would I get a bonus for Earth Mother's assistant?
Yeah, I'll give you a +2 for that.
All right, so that'll bump it up to a +9, or D6 +9.
Okay. And I'm just going to use the headsman's strength because the body is, I'm going to say, locked up in the middle of combat right now.
Ooh, that's not great.
So you got a total of a 10.
Yes, sir.
Marginal success, so you don't get it out. You're both, all of y'all are tugging on it. Back over here with Skater Boy. And this sword saint, well, the last standing sword saint. He is going to try to stabby. And he rolled a 1.
Hey, I didn't.
You
He
beat him by
gets-
5, so you get a free punch on him. What's your strength?
Just swing the skateboard into a strength of 4.
All right, so does not get through his armor, but it does reduce his armor by 1. And then it's Skater Boy's turn.
I will attempt to grapple. Finally got a good grapple roll.
And he uses his prowess for this. You have him in a full hold.
Yeah, I just take that lunged arm, bapped him once to confuse him, wrap around from the back.
Get him in the figure 4
Put him
leg
in.
lock.
Yeah, got him ready to go the next round to start doing damage.
Influencer, you're up. You can have him, you can do an action with him, and then he'll be free next round, or you can spend your action to try to get a better grip on him mentally. What you gonna do?
That is a tough call. How tempted is Influencer by the power of this scythe?
It's pretty spiffy stuff. You know, you'd have to figure out how to use it, but you think you were close last
Right.
time. You got it to trigger its power. You
Yeah.
just didn't direct it properly.
I think I am going to use my last round of control with this guy to make him drop the scythe.
So you open your hand, Boogeyman and Earth Mother, y'all stumble back holding the scythe now.
Thank God.
For about a second. And then the scythe turns
Oh,
into
no.
like a walking stick. And where the headsman was standing there, now there's like an old man standing there.
Huh.
And the influencer is standing next to him. And the old man's like looking around confused. Where am I? What happened? Are you people heroes?
Oh no, we're corporate stooges. I kind of roll my eyes.
Okay. How did I get here?
Assuming you're being honest and not trying to bullshit us, you were working with fine fellows to assault this fine young lady.
That doesn't sound like me at all.
How does she get her powers back?
What powers did she have?
I'm not buying this because I'm assuming his voice matches
It does.
the
It
voice
does.
that
It
was.
sounds just like the voice in your head.
Yeah.
Just not as
You
smug
could you
anymore.
could you could explain that to Sphere and Futuro.
Spear. Oh, that's the government law enforcement. Okay, okay. Sure, I can talk to them. What's Futuro? Boogeyman. You know, you and Earth Mother are still holding this walking stick.
Mm.
And she tells you, "Let me hold this a second."
Yeah, sure.
And then she's
That's
just
fair
immediately
enough.
like, "Give me back my powers, you SOB," and whaps the old guy with the stick. Uh, at which point the old man loses his temper, and that whole facade of confused old man drops away. Uh, and he screams something about her being a vile woman, and he can't wait to see her on his master's examination table.
Okay, so yeah, just shatter his
Fine
kneecap.
anyway.
Well, she whaps him a few more times with this stick.
Yeah.
Oh well, I guess I should probably roll for her. So that's a 6 for her. And as an old man, his prowess is on par with hers. So she whaps him a couple more times. When she comes down that third time, he reaches up and catches the stick in his hand.
Oh crap.
And then there's not an old man standing there. It's the headsman standing there again. Boogeyman, the headsman looks over at you. "I can't believe you let her do that."
You have a full of faith in people.
She could have killed an innocent old man that way. Yeah, you know, as far as what you knew. Whippet, it's your turn. You're muted.
I'm going to hold my action and wait to see. Is the
what?
staff still just? I'm sorry. Is the walking stick still just a walking stick, or
No, as soon
is
as
it
it,
back
as soon as
into
it,
something?
as soon as he grabbed it, it turned back into a scythe, and he turned back into the headsman.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to. I'll just try to. I'll just try to strike at him. Because I don't think he hasn't actually been hurt yet, like physically.
You
Has he?
saw the boogeyman slashing with his lightsaber, his
Oh, okay.
his legally distinct, not a lightsaber, and it cut his clothing and did nothing to him.
All right. Well, let's see if I can do anything better. I'll just try again. Let's see what happens.
All right, so whip attack versus his prowess. All right, so you hit him. It does 5 points of damage, I believe.
That's right.
All right, so
That's right.
it does no damage to him. He doesn't get through.
Okay. And nothing chips off this time either. I remember what I just remembered what I was supposed to do. Well, maybe next.
All right, Earth Mother. She gets a look on her face like she realizes, okay, I've screwed up. I've screwed up pretty big. She tries to yank it back out of his hand, utterly fails. Then it's his go. He is swinging the scythe at the influencer.
No crap.
as he has yanked it, out of Earth Mother's hand, just turns around and "Ruff!" I'm sure you'll be fine. So his prowess
of course.
is, and he has weapon. He has mastery of his weapon, so that's a +3. Influencer rolled a 1 on his evade, so for a total of 6. And the headsman gets a 12. So that is 8 points of damage.
Ouch. Oops. I'm down.
Now I will roll the headsman's strength versus your strength for a stun. So you need to beat a 10 with your strength roll.
Not gonna happen. I'm unconscious anyway.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
So let's see the damage. So yeah, for the stun, say 8, moderate success. It would have only had you stunned for 1 page, but having reduced your stamina to 0, yeah, you're unconscious. Roll it again for the kill.
Oh no.
Again, you need to beat a 10.
I think since I don't want to die, I'm going to crap. Do I have?
Well, you'll probably do that if you die.
Yeah, I would. I was trying to think if I've got a quality that I could use to activate my determination.
Oh, well, let's look at your character sheet and see.
Company man, bet I can change your mind. Face you can't trust. I don't see how those apply.
Yeah, probably not. There you go. There's your character sheet. Yeah, those are a little hard to use in this circumstance.
Yep.
You could always accept some trouble.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess I can do that.
So that would give you a +2. Now, it's up to you if you think the +2 is worth it.
Oh, might as well. It's
Okay.
probably not, but
Okay, the rule of
I guess being dead would be trouble if it,
But Mike, I have to interject here of the rule of a Faustian bargain is you need to hear the bargain before you say yes.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Oh wait, sorry.
All right, so let's see. What would some good trouble be? Because usually trouble doesn't last that long. I don't think.
The trouble is, all my friends are dead too.
Skater Boy is just over here grappled with this guy, confused as to what is being allowed to happen over there.
Let's say this. If you take this trouble, the trouble is that you're basically going to have a phobia of this guy going forward. So you'll be at penalties to do things to him.
That sounds fun.
Oh, so you made your roll.
He's a good man to have, or a good villain to have a phobia of too.
Oh yeah, he's a scary mofo. All right, so you got a 6. Is that with everything added up?
Not without the trouble. That makes it an 8.
8. So 8, 9,
still...
10. So that he gets a kill result, but it's moderate, which reduces the target's stamina to 0 and renders the character unconscious. So basically, it doesn't do anything further to you.
Okay.
So you don't start dying.
And I am scared of him.
Yes, you can write that down as one of your qualities. You are afeared of the headsman. You fear the Reaper. Even though that song tells you not to.
Scared of the headsman.
All right, Boogeyman, it's your turn. You just saw the influencer go down. It does not look like he's fatally. He's hurt, but it does not look like he's fatally injured.
Do I have a signal to call out to Carol?
Yes, you're picking up a signal just fine.
I'm going to get on the radio and just scream at Carol, send M7 and Miss Majestic. Influencer is down, dealing with a serious powerhouse. Back.
Yes, sir, I'm on it. And then she, you hear the radio click off as she clicks over to another channel. And you would know from training that she can still hear you even if she's speaking on another channel. If she wants to, she has that level of control. Gonna try another. Oh no, he can't stabby Skater Boy. He can only try to escape Skater Boy. So he's rolling his strength to try to escape versus Skater Boy's strength. He got a 12.
My goodness. All right. Nope, got a 10.
All right, so that's a moderate success, which moves him from complete hold to partial hold. So he's not completely out, but he is making progress. And then it's Skater Boy's turn.
I will look at the situation and go, hey, actually, this is real bad.
It is taking a turn.
I don't think I have time to play around with this guy anymore. So I will break out.
Well, I'm picturing, hope I don't have time to play with him anymore. Grabs an tired armored man, shoves him into jorts. We'll deal with him later.
I wish I could do that. Yeah, I will try to kind of break off to the corner a bit. Kind of. Uh-oh. My roll 20 is having issues. Let me refresh that real quick.
Locking up on you. Don't want you to move your miniature.
Yeah. All right. Break off to here, and I will try to find a gadget I have already made once before.
All right, which one?
The little 1950s-esque sci-fi gun that reduces the power of things.
Okay, yeah, I think you have made that one before.
It was a gun that I tried to reduce the shield that Professor Prometheus had enough, and I will use my last point of determination. I was like so smart once.
Okay, so that gives you a +2. And what is the rating?
It was a rank 3 gadget I'm trying to make.
All right, you need to beat an 8.
I got an 8.
I don't remember how that works with marginals. Let's see here. That is under gadget.
It just says success gives you a gadget.
Okay, so that one's meet or beat. Okay.
Oh wait, you can spend a point of determination to produce a gadget automatically rather than making a test. Oh, I'll just spend the determination I spent to make it at full power.
That works. It's still your action to produce the thing, but
yes, but it'll be a rank 5 instead of a rank 3 because I used the determination, and it'll be automatic.
All right, influencer is out.
I can use my determination to wake myself up, can't I?
Yes, you can take a recovery.
I will do that, but I'm going to crawl away because I am scared of the headsman.
All right, so you wake up, and rather than use your movement to stand up, you manage to crawl. I'm just going to move you one space because crawling you wouldn't get very far, but and that brings us to the bottom of the order. And I think we'll go ahead and wrap here. We've got just a few minutes left, but I think right here at the top of the order is probably as good a place as any to wrap it for the day. Let me just jot down a note that you have called in Majestic 7 and Miss Manhattan.
Unless the headsman's just going to decide to run away. And I don't think that's likely.
Calling in Miss Manhattan and Majestic 7. All right. Well, I hope y'all had fun. I didn't really expect the fight to take this long, but Earth Mother kept either avoiding being grabbed or y'all get her out of the grab. Good heroine. Good heroine. Hope anybody that comes by and checks us out later. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you'll come back in, should be 2 weeks. Anything else? No, I guess that's it. I was your GM for the day, Jason. And with me as usual was Taylor as Skater Boy.
See ya.
Mike as Whippet.
Take care.
Curtis as the Influencer.
Laters.
And Marigold as the Boogeyman.
Have a good whatever time of day it is whenever you see this.
And we will see y'all next time.